Hey everybody, it's the Rockstar01, and as you can tell by the start of this video, today's video is going to be a little different. Something I've been doing recently is playing my Omega Ruby, and I've been shiny hunting. Shiny hunting is when you play the game to find shiny Pokemon. And shiny Pokemon are Pokemon of a different color than what their normal color scheme is. I'll show you real quick here with my Ursaring. I have a shiny Ursaring. As you can see, it's green instead of the normal brown color, and you can also tell it's shiny by the little star right there. So, yeah, that's what a shiny Pokemon is. And that's one of the things you can do in the game after, beating the Elite Four, collecting all 8 badges, as well as when you complete the National Pokedex, you are given a shiny charm from the professor, which will make shiny Pokemon easier to find in the game. Now, it's not so much easier. I think the odds are cut in half, and the odds are still pretty high, though. It's like 1 in maybe 1,000 in some. I'm not sure. It's something like that. I think the odds normally are 1 in 4,000, and then it cuts it down to 1 in about 2,000 encounters. So, but yeah, anyways, this is the method I like to use for it. It's called horde hunting. Now, hordes were introduced in Pokemon X and Y, and it is when you can see and fight against 5 Pokemon at a time. Now, this will increase your chance to find shinies because each encounter you do get to see 5 Pokemon, whereas normal encounters you would only get to see 1 at a time. So this is why it increases your chances to find shinies. Now, there are 2 different ways you can have a horde happen for you. The first way is to use honey, which is not really a sufficient method since you only have a limited amount of honeys and they are hard to obtain. I think you only get 1 a day from the Berry Master, or you can catch combis that will have honey. More than likely, I think it's like a 50% chance that it'll have a honey with it. But an easier way is to have a Pokemon with the move Sweet Scent. I will put a link down below listing the Pokemon for you that can learn the move. You can either catch a Pokemon that knows this move, level it up until it gets that move, or you could take it to the move reminder, take him a heart scale, and he will let your Pokemon learn any move that it should have already learned. So you can get the move Sweet Scent. Now, that's pretty much all you need. I mean, you can also have a Pokemon that knows False Swipe. That will leave your Pokemon with 1 HP, so that way you do not faint it. But I personally, I used to use that method, but there are some Pokemon that know moves like Takedown or Explosion or other moves like that that will faint themselves. They're self-inflicting damage moves, so you're better off just trying to catch it as soon as you can. But all you pretty much do is use Sweet Scent, and that will trigger a horde. Now, the one thing about hordes that you should know before you try to horde hunt is in order to catch a shiny Pokemon, you must faint all the other Pokemon that are not shiny. So that's one of the things that a lot of people get confused on, and also the placement of the hordes. So as you see, I'll show you here quick with Mew. The Pokemon go in order. So you see this one here on the end, will go to that one. Sometimes it is a little hard to see, that's why I use a move maybe like Thunder Wave on the Pokemon you think is shiny, or just to try and find your placement, but I've done it enough that I know which are which. But the one thing that's different between horde hunting and chaining is you do not need to fight the Pokemon in the horde if you do not have a shiny. You can just run away and keep using Sweet Scent or honeys over and over and over until you find your shiny. That's pretty much all you do. And one thing I do recommend is using Pokemon that are high level or high PP, because you do have to faint all the other 4 Pokemon before you can catch a shiny. So each time you faint one, the others will be able to attack you. So usually in hordes, I have not seen a whole set of hordes over 30 for each level. Each level's like not over 30, or at least not over 40. So if you use high level Pokemon like in the 50s, 70s, 80s, upwards to 100, you should have no problem fainting all the other ones. Another reason I like using Pokemon in the hundreds is because it's easier just to throw a ball and catch the Pokemon, so that way you don't have to bring its HP down. You can just throw the ball and catch it. So yeah, that's pretty much all you do, is you just continue to use Sweet Scent over and over and over until you find your shinies. Now, sometimes I've found them really quick, like only playing for maybe an hour to 2 hours, but other times it's taken a really long time. Like I just recently caught a shiny Sandshrew, and that took me upwards of almost 16 hours of gameplay. But, you know, that's actually pretty fast in comparison to, you know, sometimes it can take months before you see a shiny. So yeah, that's pretty much all you do, is you just use Sweet Scent over and over and over. Run from the hordes if you don't have a shiny until you find a shiny Pokemon. Now I will also put a link down below of the Pokemon that are available in hordes in X and Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire for you, as well as a list of Pokemon that will be able to learn the move Sweet Scent. I'll put those in the description for you. So yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and happy shiny hunting. Thanks.